The living shells. He is in darkness. Unlike the darkness of night, it is enclosed, devoid of depth or expanse. He hears heavy doors rumbling open. A shaft of life shoots in, but it's not so well defined as that. To eyes accustomed to nothing but darkness, however, the fainting gleam feels like a shower of sparks. Stop this, please, I beg of you, let me go. The young man's scream echoed to the emptiness. No voice answered him. Crouching in the darkness, Karim counts the footsteps. 3 men have come in. These other footsteps probably belong to the young man. The other 2 are perfectly regular. Please, I'm begging you. If it's money you want, I will get you all you could ask for on the outside. I promise. I won't forget to show you my thanks to you, please. The reply on the 2 men who brought the young one near is the clank of an iron lock opening. No, please, I'm begging you. I will do anything you want, anything. A dull thud is the sound of flesh tearing, bone wrenching. Someone collapsed on the floor. A strangled scream. The clank of an iron lock closing. Kaim knows the young man has been throwing the shell diagonally opposite his own. When you are locked into one of these windowless shells, your hearing becomes acutely sensitive. Don't do this, let me out of here, please, let me out of here. From the sound of the voice, Kaim can imagine a young man's face with boyish traces, a small-time odd murder step above a teenager gang member. When he was still on the street, no doubt he used to swagger down the sidewalk, his canned back over the eyes darting every which way. The 2 men who brought him here maintained their silence to the end, their footsteps moving off together. The heavy door opens and closes again. Left alone in the darkness, the young man howls in entreaties for a time. But when he realized they would do no good, he shut himself forth, spitting out one curse after another, until he began to sob. Quiet down there, an old man calls out from one of the inner shells. It won't do any good to make a fuss. Time to give up, Sonny. This is the voice of the oldest man living in the dozens of shells lined up in the darkness. He was already here when Cain was sent to this place. It is always role to quiet and comfort the obstreperous newcomer. If you got time to bow like that, keep your eye closed, huh? Just make sure you keep sucking on your memories of the outside like a piece of candy. Sounds of sweat and laughter come from the surrounding shells. Cain joined in with a smile and a sigh. All the shells in the dark are supposedly full, but few of the inhabitants are laughing. Most of them have lost their strength to laugh. Hey, Sonny. The old man continued in his rough dive to the newcomer. No point making a fuss, just calm down as a pure fate, otherwise in the air note of intensity entered the old man's voice. They will just drag you out of here feet first. This is exactly what happened yesterday to a former inhabitant of the young man's shells. He had been screaming on and off for a day, then came a day of banging his head against the shell wall, then nothing, until he was dragged out in silence. So, get out of yourself, Sonny, don't let the darkness swallow you up. Close your eyes and imagine nice scenery from the outside. The bigger the better, the ocean or the sky, or a huge field of grass. Remember, imagine, that's the only way to survive this place. This is what they advise always give to newcomer. But the young man screamed tearfully. What the hell do you think you're a kid in survive this place? And then what? They know what this place is. No exit prison. They throw their lives in here. Give them just enough food to keep them alive. And in the end they kick the bucket anyway. Am I right? There's nothing left to offer. He shouted to sobs again. This is the reaction of most of the newcomers. Nor the mistaken, this is a prison. Each of the shells is a solitary cell with bars and sunshine, on a prisoner only on the day of his funeral. Everybody dies, Sonny, that's for sure. You just came, let your mind go before your body does. Hope doesn't have to fade unless you throw it out yourself. Your mind goes on softly. Tiny that with feeling, this system we live under can last much longer either. Your man is a political prisoner, is a leader of the anti-government faction. He owned his dictatorship until he finally lost the star when he was imprisoned. The young man has no ear for the old man's word, however he continued touching on the floor and crying. This fellow won't be in his shell much longer than his predecessor. In a few days, or in less than a month at best, he will go to pieces. The darkness is that powerful, depriving a prisoner of life is far crueler than taking his life in an instant. My, the old man reflects. This fellow not going to do as much good in a prison break. The revolutionary laugh. It might be a genuine laugh or a bold front, but in case almost no one laughed in response. Tomorrow morning, or rather, since they no crack at morning, in the darkness, after they go to sleep, wake up and have their next meal, another cold corpse will be dug out wordlessly from another shell. Hey, listen, how many of us are here now? The revolutionary asked. Answer if you can hear me. I can hear you, Kim say. He's the only voice. Man, this is bad. We were full up a little while ago. The old man gave a dirty chuckle. Kim asked, I wonder if something happened out there. Maybe so, answered the revolutionary. If you ask me, this will be about the right time for a coup d'etat or a revolution. My boys aren't going to keep quiet much longer. What was your name again? Ken asked. Kim. Have you noticed what's happening? How there used to be a lot more guys getting thrown here until a little while ago. And most of them here nobody's not worth sentenced to life. Sure. This young man was one of them, nothing but a small-time crook. It just so happened that the storehouse he broke into belonged to a rich man with that to a powerful politician. This was the only reason they put him in a shell. The shell always used to be full. There would be thrown a bunch of men in here and they would die. Then new men would come and they would die. The young man was one of those. The terror of being loved by darkness was too much for him. He went to pieces. He was apparently having a hallucination at the end. I'm coming, Mama, I'm coming. Wait for me, please, Mama. He repeated over and over like a child. Where are you, Mama? Here? Are you here? And he got his own eyes out with his bare hands. I figured things were getting scary out there. The cops was in control, so the government was really starting to crack down, which whitish shell were always full. This is what brought the young man here, blood steaming from his eye socket. He died mattering in snatches. What did I do? I went of them where there are plenty of men way worse than me. But now the place is empty. Do you know what that means, Kim? Sure, there is so much crime out there now that the government can suppress it. You got it. The whole royal family might be stung up by now, for all we know. It's a revolution. It will happen any day now. That means you and I will get out here. My boys will come and get us. Just hang in there a little while longer. Came not in silence. The revolutionary goes on. You're strong, Kane. Not many guys could stay as calm as you. Turn into a shell enveloped in darkness like this. Not even Kane can explain it. It's true that it was strangely cold when they put him in the shell. The darkness was suddenly seemed to recognize as a distant memory. In the distant past, he too may have tasted the anguish of other shell inhabitant, so tortured by the fear of being seared in darkness. How many years out of mentally crime doesn't mean you two are revolutionary? No, not me. His crimes are they were talking about, insisted somewhat under questioning when they brought him in as a suspect, and for that it was branded a rebel and thrown into a shell. The Roman is probably right though. The county dictatorship is almost certain in its last days. Don't belong now, we'll be back in the real world before we know it. I hope right in here to stay here until I abandon it myself. The revolutionary matters is trying to convince himself. The prison falls soon afterward and a young man comes charging into the darkness, opening shell bar doors. Embraced by his boys, the revolutionary go out. Wait, Caim cried, trying to run back. But it is too late, anxious to see the new world following the destruction of the old system. The revolutionary stepped aside and opened his eye. It is evening, though the sun is nearly down. Its light is strong enough to burn Sai accustomed to total darkness. The revolutionary presses his hand to his eye and with a groan crumpled to his knee. Caim is saving himself by shielding his eye with his arm. Not even he knew what caused him to do this. Could distant memory have taught him that the truly frightening thing about punishing by darkness is what happened after the release from prison? When could they have been in prison and where, more importantly, how long have I been on this endless journey? With bleeding eyes on the ground by his boys, the revolutionary searched for Caim. I came all this way, Caim, only to make one terrible mistake at the bitter end. My eye are probably useless now. This is precisely why I asked Caim for one last favor. Tell me, Caim, what is the outside world like? Has the revolution succeeded? Are the people happy? Are they smiling joyfully? Caim opened his eyes slowly and just barely beneath the shade of his hand. As far as he can see, the ground is covered in bodies. The corpses of loyal troops and revolutionary troops are heaped on one another, and countless civilians are dead. A motherless dead with a small child in her arms, the bloody corpse of the child's father next to them, arms outstretched in a vain attempt to shield them. Tell me what you think, Caim. Caim fight back his eye and say, you must work from now on to build a happy society. The revolutionary says the truth. I won't abandon hope, Caim, no matter what, as if to say I know what. That Caim nods and begging to work away. Where are you going? I don't know, someplace. Why don't you stay here and build a new world with us? You awful people can do that, I know. Thank you, sir, but I will be moving on just the same. The revolutionary does not try anymore to lure Caim back. Instead, as a parting gift, he repeated for Caim the word he spoke so often in his shell. There will always be hope wherever you are until yourself abandon it. Never forget that. Caim's walk on, his eye changed to light on the body of a young boy lying at his feet. The boy breathed his last with eyes wide open in fear. Caim near and gently crossed the boy's eyelid. He knew deep down in memory too far away for him to reach that where darkness can be its source of terror, it can also bring deep and lasting peace.